Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are taking good care of yourselves. I hope you guys are protecting yourselves. I hope you guys are taking care of your loved ones. You know, it's very important that you need to continue pushing towards achieving your goals and living your life to the fullest, man, because life is very short, man. Life is very short. As we heard of the untimely passing of Amazulu striker Bonginkosi Ntuli, who did succumb to cancer. Bonginkosi Ntuli was a striker who last played for Amazulu, and he was a very loyal servant to the club. Remember, he also married the chairman's daughter, Ubab Sandile Zungu's daughter, just recently, not so long ago, Uma Zungu. And it's just a very tragic situation, man. It's a tragic loss. It's a big loss for South African football. Understanding the fact that Bonginkosi Ntuli scored 75 goals across all the clubs he's played for. He played for, which include Amazulu as well as Mamelodi Sundowns. You know, of course, he didn't really have much of an impact at Mamelodi Sundowns, as he was loaned out back to Amazulu, but then eventually the deal did become permanent at Amazulu, and he was a very lethal striker. You know, even under Benny McCarthy's mentorship, he was very ruthless in front of goal and very, precise. He was a predator, and may his soul rest in peace. Lala ngoxolo sompisi, lala ngoxolo mpemba. You understand? We'll never forget you, man. You understand? Your legacy will live on, gone, but never forgotten. Rest in peace. And condolences goes out to his family, his wife, and Amazulu, his teammates at Amazulu, the chairman, Ubab Zungu, and all of us, man. We are all at pain, and the entire footballing community is very sad to hear the news, you understand, of his untimely passing. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Sompisi. Rest in peace. Well, in other news, La Liga. Let's go straight to La Liga. Real Madrid took on Rayo Vallecano, and unfortunately Los Blancos missed out on an opportunity to go back into the top of the table. You understand? So now they still lie in second place, 2 points behind log leaders Girona, who are the surprise pace setters. Coming into this one, obviously Real Madrid were fancied. We all fancied Real Madrid to have a pretty easy game, pretty easy affair for them, but it wasn't meant to be. They were very wasteful in front of goal. In the first 5 minutes, Federico Valverde should have put them ahead in the lead, but his team effort was easily saved by the Rayo Vallecano defender, Rayo Vallecano goalkeeper, I meant to say, as well as also Joselu had an opportunity ahead and missed, which went narrowly wide. He also had a shot that was saved by the Rayo Vallecano goalkeeper after being set up wonderfully by Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. made a dazzling run on the left-hand side, setting the Spanish striker, but then he failed to convert. But that was a brilliant save nonetheless by the Rayo Vallecano goalkeeper. On the other side, Jude Bellingham did also have an opportunity, the man of the moment. Unfortunately, his shot hit the post, as well as the fact that there was really, Real Madrid had a lot of opportunities in the first half. They were pretty dominant as expected, and to say the least, Kepa Arrizabalaga in the Real Madrid goal didn't really have much to do at all. He didn't have much to do at all. There was really not much threat, but the focus is on the field. Of course, the focus is on the field of play. I think Real Madrid, if they are to keep up with the title challenge, if they are to keep up, in the race for the La Liga title, they really need to convert their chances. I mean, they had 22 shots at goal. And they still struggled. They couldn't find the back of the net even once. You understand? Not even once could they still find the back of the net. Eventually they did find the back of the net thanks to Vinicius, who scored, but due to the fact that Joselu failed to time his run, the goal was ruled out for offside. So Real Madrid, they lost out on an easy 3 points. Joselu was a bit wasteful in front of goal. I mean, he had a lot of chances, man. He had plenty of chances. And for a centre forward, despite the fact that we might all say that Jude Bellingham is the main man, he is the player that has really made a serious impact for Real Madrid, even getting the goals. But for a player of Joselu's caliber, a striker, He's a centre forward. He should be the danger man. He should be converting some of those chances that he had. You understand? Yes, credit to the goalkeeper in the first half for saving that one. Credit to the goalkeeper. But there were the other chances that he missed that he should have converted, such as the one in the first half. He should have converted that chance. You understand? Vinicius also had a great game as well. Of course, also Rodrigo. I can't say much about Rodrigo, even though he came on in the last 20 minutes. But Rodrigo made a lot of running. He made a lot of running. Lost the ball too many times. He lost the ball too many times, and which is totally unacceptable. You know, he really needs to work on his game as well. Yes, he's very good. He's got the talent. You know, he's got the potential, but losing possession too many times is not gonna really help his cause, especially even help the cause of the team. Kamavinga in the midfield also had a great game, stepping up for the injured Aurelien Tchouameni. You know, he stabilized things in the midfield, you know, keeping things solid and keeping things pretty, pretty decent in that Real Madrid midfield, as well as Modric. But you can see Modric, of late, he looks very lethargic, man. He looks very lethargic because I think maybe age is catching up with him, or maybe it's because he hasn't been starting many games, because nowadays he's been used as an impact player, coming off the bench usually. So perhaps, maybe, that could play a factor because he looked very tired. Especially like after an hour or so of the game, he looked very tired. He didn't really look like, the usual Luka Modric that we all know, that we all, really admire as fans around the world. But hopefully, maybe he can regather his form in terms of helping the team go forward. As for Jude Bellingham, man, one thing you gotta understand, guys, is that Jude Bellingham, he cannot always be the hero all the time. He cannot always be the hero. He had a great game as well. Jude Bellingham had a great game, but people need to understand that he cannot be the hero all the time. You understand? I think also in this game he was also, you need also your teammates to help you, to assist you, to actually show you that, look, you understand, we're in this together. Yes, Real Madrid, it is 3 points lost. You understand? Hopefully it won't have a dire consequence on their in terms of their journey in the season. But man, they're only 2 points behind and it's still early days. So hopefully from this point onwards they can continue to rebuild and learn from their lessons, man. Learn from their mistakes that they made in the game, convert those chances, and turn possession. Make use of the possession. Like we often say in football, possession doesn't win you games, unfortunately. Possession doesn't win you games. It's goals that win you games. So let's go to the Premier League as well. Wow. Luis Diaz. What a player. Luton won. Liverpool won. Luis Diaz, man. What a player. And my prayers go out to his family. Luis Diaz, my prayers go out to his family. I hope his father is safe wherever he is. And I just pray that the law enforcement authorities of Colombia, they do make I hope the law enforcement authorities of Colombia make a collective effort in terms of bringing these criminals, these perpetrators to book, because this is really unruly. It's a huge injustice and it's pure evil. It's pure evil. And my prayers go out to Luis Diaz and his family. And I hope that his father is really safe. We all hope so. We all pray that his father is safe and makes a safe return back home. And wow, take nothing away from Luis Diaz coming off the bench, securing a point for the Reds. Just after, you could see, seemingly it looked like they were about to slump to their biggest defeat so far of the season. I mean, think about Luton. Luton was set for a historic win. Liverpool had so many chances. I mean, Darren Núñez, he should have converted that one. Yet at times with Núñez, most of us have been comparing him to Luis Suarez. But if you wanna be on the same level as Luis Suarez, yes, perhaps he's your compatriot, perhaps he's your role model, perhaps understanding that he's the great Uruguayan striker that did so much for this club. Maybe perhaps the greatest Uruguayan that has played in the Premier League. You understand? Yeah. Luis Suarez is the greatest Uruguayan player that has played in the Premier League. Yes, others might dispute that. They might say Cavani, but Cavani didn't really make much of an impact at Man United. I think Manchester United destroyed his career. Yes, Diego Forlan did also make a bit of an impact at Manchester United. There was also Sebastian Varela, the Uruguayan, who played for Manchester United. Although, with all that being mentioned, I sincerely don't think there's any other Uruguayan that has had as much of an impact as Luis Suarez did during his time at Liverpool. Currently, Darwin Núñez could emulate the great Uruguayan, but when you miss those kind of chances, man, it can really have a detrimental impact on your career, as well as a detrimental impact on your legacy, because as a striker, he should be putting that one in the back of the net. He was set up very well by Mo Salah. Great. There was no offside. Mo Salah timed his run. Darwin Núñez was in acres of space. He should be converting that run. Yes, perhaps it happens that strikers miss those ones, but I think that was a sitter. I think that was the one opportunity that really cost Liverpool, that almost cost Liverpool the game. Perhaps, it just cost them 3 points, because Liverpool not getting the 3 points away from home against Luton is a loss for them. Because now, instead, currently, had they gotten the 3 points, they could have closed the gap. They could have closed the gap on the log leaders, Manchester City, as well as Tottenham. But now with this draw, they find themselves relishing backwards. They find themselves behind. You understand? They find themselves behind, together with Aston Villa. Aston Villa and Liverpool were supposed to collect all 3 points. Aston Villa could have moved into third. Liverpool could have also perhaps moved above, also into third. Also keep up the pressure on Tottenham and Manchester City, and Arsenal as well, considering the fact that Chelsea play Tottenham away from home. Currently, Tottenham, remember, wow, what a team, man. They're the only team that is undefeated so far in the season. And perhaps this game against Chelsea might be a season definer. But it is a season definer for Chelsea, because Chelsea really need the 3 points coming into this one. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, it won't be easy, but they really need the 3 points to get their season back on track. They honestly need to get their season back on track, because currently Chelsea find themselves in unfamiliar territory. They find themselves languishing in 13th position, way outside of the top 10, way outside of the Champions League spots. So Chelsea need to get their season back on track. They need victory. Away at Tottenham, of course, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a very daunting task. But they have no choice but to collect the 3 points. Yes, coming back to the Luton versus Liverpool game, Luton did take the lead 10 minutes from time. That was a great counter-attack, from a corner kick, from a Liverpool corner kick. Great counter-attack by the home side. The fans went in a frenzy, man. The fans were in frenzy. This could have been a historic win for the club. Perhaps that was a historic goal for them, but it would have been a historic win for the club had they held on. But credit to Luis Diaz. Great header by the Colombian. He's showing his class. 8 minutes into stoppage time, saving the skin, saving the Reds from an embarrassing defeat. That would have been. So kudos goes to Luis Diaz, man. And like I said, I pray for his family. And again, condolences to Bongi Nkosi family. Condolences to his wife. Condolences to Amazulu and his teammates. And it's just been a sad week for football as well. But through God's grace, we can continue soldiering on. Through God's grace, we will soldier on. And we just hope that, the law enforcement authorities in Colombia do their job by finding these perpetrators and bringing them to book. And currently in the world, there's a lot of things that are happening outside the footballing fraternity with the war between Israel and Palestinians, which is something I don't really want to talk much into, because it's not something that really, requires a lot of our attention. It's just all selfishness, man. Selfishness, pure evil. And the fact that innocent people always have to get caught up in the crossfire, it's just uncalled for. It's unruly. So Yeah, man, that was the Premier League. So currently we're looking forward to the big game. Tottenham take on Chelsea later on tonight. And yeah, man, please just mention your own predictions, mention your own analysis, mention, what you think of the current league title race, what you think about also, what's happening within the footballing fraternity, and also mention your own opinions, your own thoughts. And we'll be in touch pretty soon. I hope you liked this video. I hope you please share this video. Please also subscribe. Please let your people know. And we'll be in touch pretty soon, man. And I hope you guys have a lovely day, a solid day. Cheers.